lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. We use words like honor, code, loyalty. We use these words as the backbone of a life spent defending something. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who rises and sleeps under the blanket of the very freedom that I provide and then questions the manner in which I provide it. I would rather you just said thank you and went on your way. You have to ask me nicely. You see, Danny, I can deal with the bullets and the bombs and the blood. I don't want money and I don't want medals. What I do want is for you to stand there in that raggedy white uniform and with your Harvard mouth extend me some courtesy. You gotta ask me nicely.
You gotta go get them. I don't know how much y'all miss. I'll start over. I ain't got nothing else better to do. Y'all see what it is. Go find these people, come over here and talk. Come and talk to me. I really want to educate you. I really want to know your name. See, this is the type of things, right? This is what we're dealing with. Yo, and shout out to my man, Rick Tick, okay? Shout out to my man, Rick Tick. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same people that's going at Rick Tick for what he's saying, we getting different energy over here. We're getting different energy over here. And what are we really talking about, really? What are we really talking about? This is when people can sit back and watch how ignorant people really, I keep looking at that camera. I'm looking right here. They get to really see how ignorant people are. Keep looking at that camera. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, I'm going to turn it off. That'll probably make me look down here. The problem in the community is people passionately ignorant. I mean, passionately ignorant. And you may have the best intentions on earth. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. And he was right. Hit dogs holler. Who? And when I took off on this journey to document and to record what was happening, right? Because I just knew something was happening. I was going to the meetings, I was hearing. My whole purpose, I keep saying my whole purpose because that's not the whole purpose, but part of the purpose, part of the focus was to be able to document this so that as we move along in the future and progress starts to happen, because people don't believe in it until it comes, is to prove to people, show people that we have a deficiency of intelligence, an intellectual deficiency that permeates our community in a way that is dangerous, in a way that those who would want to do harm to our community would employ and empower these type people. Low information people. And just a little bit of reading. Them white people that he's talking about, if this nigga right here could read, and I'm not talking about look at obviously he could write some things. He spelled things correctly. But what where the reading comprehension comes in at is that these people, these white people that he's talking about in this, to include the governor. Let me get that picture up here. Hey, Veronica, if you can get that picture, please send it to my inbox. Of the governor, the sheriff. So when you naming these people, you calling out the mayor, call out the governor of South Carolina. Are you scared to do that? Call out Sheriff Carter Weaver. He was there too. He one of them white motherfuckers you talking about. Call out Ronnie Sabb, Senator Ronnie Sabb. He was there also. And all of these people named that I just called have done more from Big Damn than you will ever do. What that was about, and this is for you slow retards, okay? That was about conserving what you guys have over there right now. That was about keeping things the way they are. But your slow asses can't read. Your slow asses don't come to the meetings. You don't have one amongst you, not one amongst you that came to any of the steering committee meetings that took place. Not one. I was there. I took pictures. I did videos of it. In some cases, I drove from literally the other side of the state to be at these meetings. And these meetings were happening in your backyard, in your community, and your ass didn't care enough to know or to even involve yourself in what was going on. So that's why this ignorance is dangerous in the community, because it is adverse to progress. You cannot progress with ignorant people amongst you, and then people treating them as if they have some sort of credibility amongst them. When again, we want to be at the back end crying about some stuff, but where were you at when the meetings were happening? Oh, you didn't know? It's because you don't care to know about what's happening. And nobody can change that for you. But them people did more to preserve that place over there than any of you motherfuckers talking have done. Period. Point blank. That's just it. The very people that complain that there is no progress are the very people that are the problem with progress. Hypocrites. The only other black businessman that attended the meetings that I was at was Connell Green. They're building a state park. Every damn meeting I went into, I brought my black ass back on here and talked about it. But if it wasn't enough drama attached to it, you wasn't listening. You wasn't interested. I remember getting ready to go to the state of the town. I was invited to the state of the town, right? The state of the town. And just for clarity, this initiative, this park stuff that these people, if you go do any little bit of research, these people have been doing this thing has been being planned for the last 20 plus years. Okay. Land was being acquired over the last 20 plus years. And had it not been for the mayor and these white motherfuckers, mainly the mayor, Andrews would have been left out of the equation, and rightfully so. But you had somebody that advocated, that flew out to different states advocating for Andrews, South Carolina, for Big Dam. And all you niggas can do is get on here and offer what to the conversation? You can't offer no damn real communication to your people. Even after I tell you, monkey ass, go on the website. They got a vision and plan. Get there. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them think. I don't care how you feel. The facts are you weren't there. You didn't even try to engage. You didn't care. And oh, by the way, did you purchase some land over there? But y'all the loudest ones in Andrews, and then you wonder why people are coming in and just moving to the top, because it is a beautiful place. It is a lot of things going on there, but there's a lot of ignorance. There's Andrews suffers from, this is the first time I'm gonna say this online. Andrews suffers from, in Georgetown County. And I mean, you can expand this out because people will be like, wait, it's the same thing here. I'm just talking about relative to where my focus is. There is a intellectual deficiency. You look at the test scores, you sit back and you observe these people in their roles. And everything makes sense. Truth is the new hate speech. Most of these people are tone deaf. Most of these people, you can just go and look at their social media pages, and it's just it is a test case for cognitive dissonance. It is a test case for just flat out hypocrisy. But it's the white man's fault. And why are you mad? That's my thing. Why are you mad? Since we, you know what I mean, since we talk about white motherfuckers and go back to where you're from and we all from and all this other, what have you done in that community that actually has pushed it forward? I often ask that man anytime I get to talk to him, bro, why? Like, shit, man, I'm like, LeBron, let's take our talents to South Beach. I take the video and all that stuff. You go on the state level or whatever, but him like me, love where I'm from. And despite it all, because man, listen, when that's the thing. See, and that's why I ain't, because I'm talking about steering committee after steering committee after, you know. I got people from Oatland. I got people from Bloomville to come to the meetings. I got people from everywhere to come to the meetings. And I know, I ain't not telling. Come on, man. You hear what you want to hear. You interested in what you want to be interested in. But I'm going to tell you on this one, you really sound like a damn idiot. What you really need to do is try to get in. You need to humble yourself to the fact that you don't know what the fuck you talking about. I keep looking at that camera. That's supposed to be looking at this. And maybe I shouldn't use the F word right there too. That's kind of bad. That was pretty bad. But you need to humble yourself, because that's what I had to do. That's what I have to do. That's the only way I can learn. Humble myself to the fact that I don't know. I don't know. I did not know how government worked. I didn't know what the role of a county councilman was. Was I embarrassed to say that? No, I'm not embarrassed to tell you that I don't know. I'm embarrassed to not learn. That's what I'm embarrassed about. So our conversations are not the same. You're talking off of like, I mean, I'm kind of thinking to the street right now. So, but you sounding like a hoe. You talking with, with all your emotion. You sound like a little emotional little hoe. You sexist, yes, I am. But don't you have daughters? Yeah, I do. But Dick Gregory said it, man. Do not try to qualify the knowledge in your head with the ignorance in somebody else's. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't waste the energy. Don't waste the time. Let them argue with themselves, especially when it's right there in front of you. All you had to do was read. All you had to do was ask questions. But you perceive somebody coming in to take over. If you was doing what the hell you supposed to be doing, handling you whatever, you wouldn't have to, you know what I mean? You wouldn't be in this childlike mentality. Like, you feel what I'm saying? They ain't tell us. I ain't waiting for nobody to tell me nothing. Not at this juncture in life. That's one of the criticisms that I have. Looking at this camera, the light's green on the dang thing. That's why I keep looking up there. But that's one of my critiques. Criticism is a strong word, I guess, right? So one of my critiques of the civil rights movement. Oh, how could you critique the civil rights movement? You wouldn't even be on that social media. All that might be true, but I still can offer you my opinion. And that's what this kind of gets down to when you coming at my dog Rick Tick. Like, y'all want to move to violence. That's the thing. Like, tomorrow or in the next hour and a half, when the food stamps get cut off or whatever, just know just how passionate you are about taking something. There's the other side of that too. People are just as passionate about keeping their stuff too. So when you think you can just go and violate people, then you wonder why we have what we got going on in the street, because that's the mentality. If I don't agree with you, I want to fight you. I want to bring harm to you. I want to, and then after you get called on it, then it's just, oh no, that's not what I meant. How convenient, right? So be mindful of what you say, okay? Because that's not the approach. We disagree. I don't see why we still can't get along. That's this mentality that black people especially, have adopted, that if you don't agree with me, it's because you're a racist. That's why you don't agree with me. You know what I mean? And if you tell me the truth, it's because you're a racist. I can't believe he said that about, you know what I mean, little Juju. Little Juju ain't shit, and you know that. But that's another conversation for another day. Let's talk about conservation and you know what the crazy part of this, right? And I'm about to get out of here because I've been talking a little bit too long, right? All of these things I've said on my podcast numerous times, despite the socioeconomic difference, that means the money of the folks on Waccamaw Neck and the folks on the mainland, we all have the same problem, and that is the government. Okay? Do you understand? Obviously, you don't. So here's the education part right here, right? I was just talking about they're talking about forming a new municipality in Georgetown County, right? And what's crazy is how we can talk about that in depth. And then when it happens, some of these people who are leaders in the community got the biggest voice. They'll speak and you understand that this person is functionally retarded. I keep looking like me looking at the other camera up there. I guess that's what you can say about me. But because we can't connect dots, because our minds are filled with evil, racism, all kind of, you know what I mean? Because here's the thing. Well, what is the crux of the issue that's causing these people over in the Waccamaw Neck to want to form this new municipality? What's the problem? What's at the heart of it? It ain't Carter Weaver, you know what I mean, asking them to put together a 2-year plan and all that other stuff that I just don't understand. And I said I don't understand it. That don't stop me from having questions about it. What is at the heart of them wanting to separate, basically annex away from Georgetown County, become their own thing? Because the county has a plan for development that does not jive with the citizens in that area. Those folks want to kind of preserve things. They see what's happening just north of them in Horry County. You see it too, but you just can't process it the same way. You don't look at it the same way. You feel what I'm saying? You are, anyway, just keep up. The county doesn't listen to any of the county has stopped listening. Georgetown County Council doesn't listen to the boards that these council people appoint. They make rulings that benefit businesses and developers. That's why this and you guys in Georgetown, I heard nobody brought this up. Y'all got to pay me to do this kind of stuff now. I'm just gonna keep it 100 because none of you brought up this. There's a hand behind these campaigns, right? And this hand came out during the time when we fleeced Everett Carolina's ass. Okay, that hand is this lobby that is connected to the Realtors Association. But again, over your head conversation might involve a little bit of reading. Your fucking head might start smoking. But I said I was gonna get off. But let's bring it. Let me land this plane. So the folks over there that's starting this new city, right? And this thing happened in the Coastal Observer, right? In the Coastal Observer. Big story, but somehow Gab didn't get it. But I digress. They're exercising their rights as citizens to chart their own destiny. Well, what happened over in Big Dam was you guys got what they want. They want somebody to come in and declare this, you know what I mean, so their grandkids can be able to come and out here and fish and you know what I mean. I know that was a little up there, but that's just what it is. And if you can remove the scales from your eyes, you can see the connections that you have with people outside of your race. Keep looking up there. Outside of your race, outside of your whatever little differences, your socioeconomic differences, you're still humans. Your ass, the rich man gonna die, the poor man gonna die, the middle class man gonna die. And we all gonna die from some shit that we've been eating, you know what I mean? Anyway, man, I'm going a little too far. Rick Tick, man, what's good with you, big dog? What's good with you, big dog? Listen, man, y'all, the information is there, man. Go see what's going on. You know, right now you should be going to look at South Carolina State national parks, state parks, and see what's going on with situation over there. But the whole purpose of this intelligence, which is called information, I keep looking at the camera. The whole purpose of this intelligence, which that's why the military calls information intelligence, is for you, you, to make moves accordingly. There's a new economy that's shifting. There's a new economy that's forming around Black River. It's not about to form. It is forming. It's in its when you seen the governor come down there and shake hands, that the ship done sail, God, you know what I mean? So there's a new economy. So if you educate yourself as to what, and I mean, look at what's going on. The government is saying, nah, we about to cut y'all off of this and this. So people need to find other means of revenue. In a state park with camping, canoeing, with, I mean, so when that thing landed in the news in Courier, in the Post and Courier, when the story of the Black River, you know what I mean? Because King Street ain't carrying it like that. King Street, they too busy stealing over there. Or they were. I don't know about the new people doing. We watching y'all too, but anyway. And I was part of a conversation where it was just like, man, it was trying to this guy you talk about. I'm the one. I'm the one you should be talking shit about. To see, I don't know. I encouraged them. They was trying to hold this plan to make sure, you know, our people get, because they would discourage, because after they did all this thing, when this planning group came in and couldn't get these people to come out, and they did all this stuff, and it was just, I said, man, listen, y'all better, hey, you can't, if you wait around, you will be lost. If you wait around, if you listen to low information people, if they get offended at any time you question what they're talking about, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And you should probably seek it out for yourself. But they had that State of the Towns, I think it was about 3 years ago, when they were they do this every year, the Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce. I just thought about something. The Georgetown County Chamber of Commerce, they do the State of the Towns every year. It's like the State of the Union for many. Some of y'all don't even watch the damn State of the Union. Anyway, they invite the leaders from the town, the mayor and the administrators from each municipality here in Georgetown County, to include the county government. That would be, in this case right now, would be, I forgot the lady's name, but she's the administrator, and they would invite her and somebody else. The mayor and the administrator would go. The mayor and administrator for Pawleys Island would be there, and the mayor and the administrator for Georgetown would be there. Last time it was Mayor Giroux and this Hispanic lady who was I say she was Hispanic. I'm a racist because that's what she looked like. Were there, and what they do, they give a presentation, and there's all these business owners and these developers that's there sitting because they want to know what's going on in your town, what's happening with development. You know what I mean? Like, I was privy to a conversation the other day where I heard this person that didn't know anything about what I don't know, and he was there working in town, and he was giving an assessment, and he said, man, let me tell you something, this town's going to be something over the next 10 years because of what's being done with the infrastructure. But nobody wants to talk about that. That's why the hell I talk about it. That's why I talk about it. Because I know nobody's going to nobody's going to do it for you. And people like to lie. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't did that. That's, you know what I mean? And it's just because they're greedy and they just want more and more. No, so damn right. You have to show them. You have to keep account. You have to point at the scoreboard every once in a while to remind them. Okay? Because these people are the antithesis of progress. I don't know if I used that in the right place just now, but I like the word. I love it. And we're at the 40-minute mark. So, and we got 3 likes in here, man, with all these people in here. So I don't know. Maybe you guys like to listen to liars and don't hit the like button, but then you'll go whatever. I don't know. Good night. I'm out of here.